Hi, I'm Yasmin and this is Embry's Corner, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, watch a subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, watch a subscriber, welcome back. I am back today with another video. Today's video is a story time. Today's story time is about the time we saw his auntie. So yeah, so if you would like to hear about this story time and you want to know what happened, and, you know, how we ended up telling his auntie, how we even knew it was his auntie, stick around and let's get into this video. Alright, so this story takes place back when I was in middle school, and I want to say this was about my 6th grade year. Yeah, this had to be about my 6th grade year. So the person in story time, y'all know him because I only saw him maybe in like 1 or 2 story times already. So it's my bully slash crush. So let me give him a name. Let me think about something. Let's call him Derek. I like Derek. We're gonna call him Derek. Oh, Derek. So like I said, if y'all know anything about my background, go watch my They Told My Crush I Liked Him video, and the Derek graduation video. He's in that one, and he's in another one. Oh, the She Will Let Me Eat No Cake video. That story time, he in it too a little bit. Like he got like a little part in it anyway. But yes, Derek. I had known Derek since elementary school. When I first entered my elementary school classroom, I didn't notice him right away. Like it was like a few months before I even noticed him. So I didn't like him right away, but after some time, you know, I started. Cause I feel like the common denominator with every guy that ever bullied me or had a problem with me, at one point or another, we was cool. Like all of us was cool. Me and Derek was cool at one point in time. Like I would consider us almost, maybe possibly friends. Like we used to joke and stuff in class. And I guess it's only when it arose that I liked him that, you know, he started to pick on me and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So that's when that started. I think that's like when a lot of it started. The only difference between him and the other guys that picked on me was that I actually liked him. The other guys I didn't like. We was clearly just friends, but people started picking on them because they was cool with me, and so that's what led that to that. So I never really noticed Derek until like later in like the classes, and then I noticed him, and so then he found out, and everything started. Then we went to middle school, and so I would say I knew him about 2 years at this point, a year at this point, and he said things. The thing about him was like he said things, but like he didn't say things a lot. Like I feel like Derek was just like he would say stuff, but he didn't say a lot. You know, he would like make he would like make 1 or 2 jokes about me, and then he'd leave me alone. Like that's what his MO was. So this was about our 6th grade year, and I would say this was like the beginning, maybe like right at the beginning of the year. So we might have been in school like maybe a couple months or whatever. And so my mom, I know my mommy, the company that she was with the longest was 14 years. So my mama went to this company when I was about maybe 6 years old, and she was there up until I was about 18. Yeah, she was there up until I was about 18, 19 years old. So she was there a long time. That's like a big stretch. She worked at this company for about 15 years. So she left when I turned, she was fired when I was 18. So at this point I was in my GD classes when she lost that job. And so while she was working there, like she knew a lot of these people came from her with the plant she was with previously before she was. And one of the people she met, we're gonna call her Sandra. She met a lady named Sandra, and Sandra and her was like real cool. They used to do stuff together. I mean, she used to come up. We used to hang out and go do stuff together. I think Sandra had children, but they were younger than me about this time because I was in middle school. So her kids would have been like elementary school, maybe still babies. Like they was real young. But her mama used to do stuff together, and like they was like really, really cool. They used to talk. She loved my mama. They used to talk and all that stuff, and they used to gossip and everything. My mom could make friends anywhere. And so this was like one of my mom. This was, I wouldn't say like she was a really good friend, but they was friends. Well, what I didn't know was that Sandra was related to Derek. That was Derek's auntie, and I didn't know that. And so, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how she found out. I don't know how my mama even found out. I guess my mama talk about me at work. She talk about me at work. She be showing people pictures of me at work. I don't know why she does that, but she does that. Oh, look at my daughter, look at my daughter. My mom does that. My mama's that type of parent. She got hiccup pictures of me in her phone. Like she just, and my mama is very picky. My mama is very picky about the pictures of me that she wants. Like she's very picky. In my pictures, I have to be smiling. If I'm not smiling, she does not want the picture. She wants absolutely nothing to do with the picture. She was at work, and around this time I was dealing with, you know, a lot of bullying. I wouldn't even consider what I went through bullying, but it's a form of bullying. A lot of teasing and harassment, you know, stuff like that. It bothered me a lot, and it was a problem. And you know, because it made me not want to go to school. It made me be less interested in school. You know, my mindset was always different when I went to school. I always felt, you know, it was a hassle for me when I was in school. Like it was very tumultuous and a lot of ups and downs and a lot of emotions going on. I guess she was at work one day and she was telling her friend Sandra about a certain little boy that seems to pick on me a lot more. You know what I mean? Seems to. Like he would say stuff here and there, you know. She was telling him, and I guess she's like, oh, well, what school she go to? I guess she told her what school I went to. She said, oh, I got a nephew that goes there. She's like, oh, yeah. And she's like, she said, what's the little boy now? She said, his name Derek. And she was like, Derek what? And she said, I don't remember exactly what his last name was, but she was like, Derek. She said, oh, that's very funny because I got a nephew named Derek. And he attends that school, and he's in the same grade your daughter is. Like that. Funny enough. So, I guess one day, like, her mom decided they wanted to go out and do some stuff together. Or we went and took her. So, I don't know what we was doing. But we was together, and I was with them. And, we pulled up to, she wanted to go to her sister's house. Her sister is Derek's mom. So, she wanted to go to her sister's house. So, we stopped by. So, mama said, well, just tell me where to go, and we'll take you there. And so, we pulled up to, her sister's house, and she got the car. Upon pulling up to her sister's house, a boy steps outside the door. That's funny. Why is he here? And I guess upon that moment, after I didn't notice, I didn't say nothing out loud, but I was like, what he doing here? So then she got the car, and she go in the house to get whatever she need, and she come back out and get in the car. And when she get back in the car, she talking to her nephew or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. And she get back in the car, and we leave. And I was like, oh, so how you know Derek? She said, oh, that's my nephew. I said, oh. And I'm like, oh, that's your nephew? She like, yeah. She said, that's the little boy I was telling you about. She said, what? She said, that's who picking on you. I said, yeah, for a while now. She said, I'm going to tell your mama. She said, I'm going to tell your mama. Well, when she said it, I didn't think she was for real, so I kind of like, this was the weekend. I wasn't really saying about that. I guess me, her, my mom about to get into some things. So I was excited about that. So, you know, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. And we let it go. Now, when we told her that, it wasn't to like get him in trouble with his mama. That was not the intentions. We told that because my mama told her that because like she was just like, I guess she was just talking about me in passing, talking about some like my daughter she be going through it because like people so mean to her, people do her any kind of way, and she's just so nice and sweet. That's how my mom is. She talk about me like that. But yeah, and I guess she's just talking about it in passing, and funny enough, the person she was talking to about it happens to be the little boy's auntie, which is happened. And so I go about my weekend as normal, and I come back Monday morning bright and early, and I think we had what class was this? History class. So yeah, I'm gonna say history. So we had history together. And so the way our desk was set up was that we had like a big old middle aisle, and then it was like 2 big walls, one on each side of the classroom. So my teacher had desks lined up in rows against those walls. So it's like a set of desks here, and then on the other side, directly across the other side of the room, is a set of desks lined up over there, coming out. So it made like a little walkway. And so that walkway was where my teacher would teach at, you know, talk to us when she went at the board, you know, give us assignments, stuff like that. That's what she was mainly. And whenever we would line up to leave to go out, maybe to lunch, to whatever, assemblies, whatever, you know, that's where we would line up at and leave the classroom. Duh. So yeah. So we're in history class, and funny enough, guess who sits like literally, I think he was either in front of me or behind me. He was in front of me. No, he was behind me. No, he was directly in front of me. He was maybe like a seat or 2 in front of me. He was right in front of me. Derek sat right in front of me. And across from him was a little girl, and she's not very important, so we're just gonna call her Thing. Right across from him was Thing. And I do have story times about Thing, because Thing was just like him, and she used to say stuff too. The other thing about her was, like, I really didn't, the girls wasn't as catty, you know what I mean? I got it worse from the boys, but the girls, like, they used to do catty stuff, like little slick stuff, you know, say little stuff here and there when they was jealous. You know, she would say little stuff here and there. And so I remember this morning in particular, I'm sitting at my desk, little Yazzie, you know, sitting at her desk, you know, minding her business, preparing for the day, preparing for the morning, getting ready for class, for an 8-hour day of school, you know, just nothing. And they would always talk, and I would, you know, listen in here and there, mostly there. I would listen in a lot, because especially when we talking about certain people, I would like, let me get this tea, you know, what's real, what's really going on. Tell me what's really going on. And they would talk, and they wasn't talking quietly either, so they would talk a lot. And so, you know, I would eavesdrop in, you know, every now and then here. And, you know, I think maybe they were related. At least they used to call each other cousins and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Brother, sister, whatever. I think everybody used to claim each other at school. I'm the only one that didn't claim nobody. I don't claim none of y'all. So, you know, they would, like, talking past, and I would eavesdrop in, you know, every chance I get, if I thought I heard something interesting. And so this one morning, they were talking as usual, and they wasn't really talking about anything in particular. And then he went on to say that he got in trouble this weekend, and his mom got mad with him. And she was like, for what? And he was like, oh, because my auntie Sandra told my mom that I had been picking on Yasmin. He said my name like I wasn't sitting right there. Like, he was not scared to say, oh, Yasmin. Like, Cause she said I'm picking on Yasmin. She said I need to stop and leave her alone and stop messing with that girl. And he like, man, I ain't even said nothing to that girl. Like, I ain't said nothing. Liar, you have. But anyway, he like, I ain't said nothing. He just said it out loud. And so I was kind of taken aback at first. I'm like, and I kind of like just made a face like. And he didn't turn around. He didn't acknowledge me. He didn't say nothing to me. He did not acknowledge me. He like, I don't know what it was, but he didn't say nothing to me. He like voiced it out loud. They said I was talking about Yasmin, like that. And he was like, I ain't saying nothing about that girl. And I didn't say nothing. I was like, because I was kind of in shock at first. And so then the day goes on, and I get home, and I'm just like, oh, so she really told. And so I guess like maybe a couple weekends later, I guess like that weekend, I was like, Mom, so when I was at school Monday, you know, I overheard a conversation with, you know, Derek and his little friend, and he was telling her that his mama said something to him. I said, did Sandra really go and tell his mama got in trouble? He should have gotten in trouble. He said he should have got. She said if he do it again, she said let me know. And his mama told me tell her if he does it again. If he say anything else to you, let me know. She told me just like that. Let me find out he doing it again, and I'm going right back and telling. I don't care. I do not care like that. She said I don't care. I was almost in shock. Well, Anyway, life goes on. He stopped for a little while, then he would start back up. Like, I think before that, like, he was like a little bit more frequently with it, but then he kind of like eased off, and he would just say something like every now and then. And then, like, he took like I guess a vow of silence in high school, and he said he was turning over a new leaf and he didn't want to do all that stuff no more, so he stopped. I really don't believe he stopped. I just believe because I think it's because a lot of people had got mad with him when we was in high school, because I guess he used to tell too many jokes, and he used to do too much, and they didn't like it. So like a lot of people kind of like chilled off of him when he got in high school, so he kind of came down in high school and just like he didn't do it as much. And then he said he turned over a new leaf. Yeah, so that is the story time about the time we told his aunt, and she told his mama, and he got in trouble. So yeah, like he would actually come through and be my hero, and then other times like he would just let me down. I don't understand that. It was like a very tumultuous thing with that dynamic, and like school period, it was like very up and down roller coaster. Like it was a whole lot. That's the story time I want to take you guys today. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to hear, what you want to see, and I will do my very best to make it happen for you. And I will see you next. Mwah. Bye.